I think the pitch clock changed baseball forever this year. I think it's going to spread around the globe. And, in a season with Corbin Carroll, who I'm going to get to in a little bit, it was easy for Senga to get overlooked. Number 10 is the pitch clock. I think the pitch clock changed baseball forever this year. I think it's going to spread around the globe. I know baseball is great with, the idea of baseball is great without a clock, but it brought back this element of the game that was missing. You watch games from the 80s, you watch games from the 60s, and there's a crispness to it. And so watching games with the pitch clock again this year, and being someone who covers a lot of international baseball, which didn't have a pitch clock, obviously I love those international games, but they would, in the middle innings when you're on reliever number 4, pitch clock revolutionized baseball, brought it to the future. I was able to watch more baseball games every night. There's some people who complain and they say, you want less baseball? And I'm like, no. I want the same amount of baseball in less time, which then gives me time for more baseball. If every game's 2.5 hours and I have 3.5 hours a night to watch baseball, well, great. Now I've got an extra hour for another game. So they're number 10 pitch clock for me. Number 9 was the final at the European Baseball Championship. It was Great Britain versus Spain, and Spain won. It is the first time since 1967 that the Netherlands or Italy did not win this tournament. So to me, 2023 is the year of international baseball, not just because that's ended up what I covered a lot, but UBC was just so big. People got so into it. I think people started recognizing that there is all this great international baseball, and they wanted to pay attention to it. And it was just really great that in this year of international baseball, we had 2 teams that are not traditional. Spain has won before. Great Britain, I think, had finished second. But, we had 2 teams that are not, they're good teams, but they were not expected to be at the top, that they were playing each other. And we had a new European champion for the first time in almost 60 years. I thought was a great thing for the future of baseball as well. So that one was just a big moment for me to be there in person. Number eight, Luis Arias, Marlins infielder, flirting with 400. At the end of the year, though, didn't come close. But the mere fact that we were talking about this, we talk a lot about, everyone's just trying to hit home runs and strikeouts are so high. And here's a player who doesn't do that at all. Who just drops blue pit after blue pit after blue pit. He's the modern Tony Gwynn. Finished the year 35 walks. 34 strikeouts. I think I saw a stat earlier today that there were 10 teams he played against who never struck him out once this year. So people complain sometimes or just say that baseball has become too homogenous and every player looks the same and plays the same. And Arias says, no, you can be any kind of player. You don't need to be a home run hitter. You just need to have amazing bat-to-ball skills. So I always love anyone who's sort of a standout in that way. For me, it was Kodai Senga's rookie season. His ghost fork. What an unbelievable pitch. I'm a big Ghost person. I live in New York. I went to a lot of Mets games. I think I was in person for 7 of his starts. And, in a season with Corbin Carroll, who I'm going to get to in a little bit, it was easy for Senga to get overlooked in a year where Ohtani's doing what he's doing and with everyone wondering about Yamamoto coming over in the winter and what's Hiroki Sasaki going to do. It felt like people kind of forgot about Kodai Senga and his performance on the field. He was in the WBC because he was worried about the Mets. He did attend the finals in Miami, which I thought was great. But no, I loved watching him pitch. I loved seeing what he could do. And in any other year, he's a runaway Rookie of the Year winner. It's just there was another player we'll get to pretty soon that had a really remarkable rookie season. My 6th favorite moment, we're going to Korea now, when Hyun Soo Choo became the RBI leader in the KBO. So this is one that I did not know about when the season started. I didn't know that he was on the RBI record. But what makes this story so phenomenal is that he was cut originally by the Samsung Lions. He was a young player. He had little cups of coffees with them a couple times. They released him. He went and played for the Metropolitan Police for his military service. He was re-signed by the Lions. When he was released, he posted on World, like, I'm going to have revenge. I'm going to have, all of you who doubted me, you'll see. A lot of us can post that, and a few of us, do it. And the fact that he became the oldest rookie of the year in KBO history, and he's had the career he's had, where he is now a veteran, players look up to him, and that he's now the all-time leader. I'm someone who loves a great story, and to me, this is one of the best baseball stories possible, and I didn't see enough people talking about it. I know it's a big deal in Korea, but to me, this is the type of story that I want the world to talk about. I want the world to think about, and redemption. Whether you're 25 and playing baseball or you're 30, never give it. It's just a perfect Disney sports story almost. Don't give up. Your dreams can come true. Anything can happen. Kind of thing. So that moment really, really stood out to me. As I said earlier, this is the year of international baseball, and now we have all these new teams that are kind of entering the fray. Just an unbelievable rookie season. Sometimes, those top prospects pan out, and he did it and helped his team all the way to the World Series.